Now that Sata has settled down slightly, understood that his mother does in fact love him very much, it may not be the normal run-of-the-mill family that he's wanting, especially to mix in with his classmates, but sometimes things are better than that, especially when you have a huge fuck-off lunch. Seeing them run and drive through the forest and the light shafts, dashing past them, there's just something pleasing about it. And although it's been a while since they've done any actual work, it still shows them attempting it. Also, what was it? Persimmon? Persimmon? That fruit thing that was behind Shinsuke. I bought some of them years ago. Can't remember much about it though. I mean, in the scheme of openings, this isn't one that is so immediately catchy as some of the others, but it's definitely not mediocre. You can't tell him to stop drinking and go home. Ah. Yep, that would definitely start a rumour of a Grim Reaper. The fact that the head was still largely atop the body. If you could just have a casual conversation with a Shinigami while drinking. Did they just take a picture of the street outside their studio and then paint over it? I mean, he was talking to himself. Not the usual kind of greeting you hear every day. Not even down the back alleys. So, and if Gintoki does help them, commit seppuku, is he just going to be able to walk home, sleep it off? Hasegawa, is that you? Huh. Can the Reaper end their own lives? I mean, he is past drunk. Is being the Grim Reaper just an occupation? I mean, they need to stop rolling about if you want to have a clear aim at the head. How many times is a mosquito going to get in the way? Going to cause a bigger issue for every character involved. Oh. Just to duct tape it back together. I'm not sure you're going to get a good swing out of that. The cut might be a bit crooked. Yeah, you might have been better asking someone else to help with the... They have plenty of life in them yet, despite their frustrations that they're dying. I mean, how would you explain this one? Even the Shinigami would have a hard time understanding this one. Does he still have... yeah. Like a backpack. He's really playing this like... okay. Is there a reason for such high-res painting like this? You mean instead of... cut it into pieces, dispose of the Grim Reaper? I hope it's not, near Halloween for them. Soul Society. Yeah, she got over the whole suicide business. Okay. And how many characters just have like a little side mask? Sorry, Mom. What a pleasant meeting. Well, for those two at least. Gintoki wasn't so lucky. They now investigating the carnage left. Oh, there's another body. They are sure are diligent. So many Bleach references. Then they have their work cut out for them. You know, it's an odd practice, but, you know. It's something that was interesting as hell to actually learn about, but still. You know, you don't generally just walk up to a crime scene. Ah, okay, unless you're called in. And where was any of these finest swordsmen while we're having the other Shogun storylines? Do they just have like a bunch of those seppuku scenes from different angles? They haven't really... Hang on, back with... Was it in the movie where they had... Like the mechanic guy was being executed. There wasn't some royal executioner present. At least I don't remember. So the body itself is almost unhurt. Okay. Any more? So either someone's learning the skills. Ah. It's this one we met earlier. I mean, obviously, it was going to be that one, because why else have this storyline play out like it is? And yet the boxes are unhurt. This probably was a problem that you didn't need to solve with swords, though. So either that guy who's assisting the Shinigami now is being I've forgotten which one I was talking about. The one helping the Shinigami is either setting up this girl, or she didn't do a good job ending his suffering. In fact, she was shown as like the best swordsman there to handle that task. Although, yeah, you're going to be traumatized if you're not ready for it. You know, being able to sneak up on a Reaper is one thing, but crawling Kentucky? I know there's been ample time for you to learn, but, you know, abducting women, it's not good. I mean, it's Kentucky. Is that... Huh? No, I can't even enjoy that pun. Well, she can join the long list of people who want Kentucky dead. Wait, what? Yeah, that might be lost to, lost forever, Kentucky. And... well, you didn't need it anyway. Why? This one's gonna be nothing but trouble. He's too calm and pleasant. There's something going on. Is that another nipple? Unless there's, anyone else mononipular walking around. Yeah. Do you really want to be... yeah. Oh, yeah, but... you can't just replace it with something else. Oh, is she hiding it? I mean, he has... oh, okay, gracious. Kentucky would be very pleased. Just had to check. Despite having to watch what they're saying, lest they lose more than a nipple. Heads. Well, they do say the brain is very nutritious. Some bodies. Do they just have like a barrel of these things, or... oh, cool. She's really trying to learn, isn't she? Not just honing her skills as a swordsman. Then why tell them? And Kakeru's not really listening, she's just chowing down. Is this one of the stories like he's jealous of her for being picked over him? Well, yeah, if the executioners were starting to help out criminals and get them off the death sentence. Because it wasn't lawful. Yeah, okay. So now she's on the run. There's been quite a lot on people's shoulders, isn't there? It's just unfortunate that if that's what she was trying, ran into Gintoki. Well, didn't he adopt her? That's some interesting words you were saying there. He's just going through the list of the ones that escaped before. So he technically is a serial killer, but in a way of, they were all on borrowed time anyway. Shinpachi would be too scared, Kagura didn't listen, and, well, Gintoki's Gintoki, anything goes. Or lose something much more valuable than his head. Now, like I said before, there's a long list of people that would have wanted Gintoki dead, and many more than one occasion where it probably would lead to a sentence of capital punishment. And I don't think the small collaboration between him now is really going to erase the past sins. And I wonder if there are any other names on that list other than Gintoki that actually are of note. I'd almost forgotten about it. Of course, not the demon girl, the Shinpachi's lost love. Gintoki has found himself in a very precarious situation. With the Shinigami going around trying to track down this serial killer, and they had him right in their midst just a while ago. Gintoki now helping out the executioner. A story of past lives, past sins, an orphan with some serious baggage, and a slowly diminishing number of nipples for our lead character. The next episode should be slightly interesting, if it is constrained to just a singular one and not several. I wonder how long this arc actually is. We've had characters sneak out of nowhere and appear behind several times, but seeing them so efficient at it, almost frightening. Still, I think their interior decorator could go with a different, I don't know, colour scheme. Maybe some new decor. Especially after Kagura has had her mitts on it. And you know, the original plan of getting a passerby to help you commit no life could have, well, definitely found someone better than Kentucky, but still, it's a weird one because you don't want them too drunk because then, you know, it won't be one swing. Kind of painful. And it would be kind of hard to convince someone who is sober to help along with that plan. And obviously with another character introduced, one who has a similar sort of mystique and deadliness as the Oni girl, which we saw. What was her name? Like, Getamaru? Actually, I'm pretty sure it's something like that. We walk the line of death quite often in Gintama, but not really is it shown so plainly as the crime scenes that the Shinigami were investigating. A lot of the time it's just slash, spurt, on the floor, done. Not pale, glazed over eyes, pooling of the blood. Heavy on say rigor mortis, probably. But he's just doing his job. Carrying out a long overdue execution. I just hope there wasn't something like legal paperwork which meant they were all innocent. That's going to leave a stain on the name more than just letting them off. I wonder if that line was just a throwaway one which Gintoki said about the whole family needing to be wiped out if they find out there's a serial killer amongst them. But we're going to have to find out by watching more Gintama. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week. So, if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leaving a like and a comment helps out the channel more than you probably realise. And if you want to end my suffering, use the link in the description. Head on over to my Discord. And if you want to make sure not to miss out future uploads, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free. There's absolutely no risk of decapitation. Or denipulation. Get some rest. See you in the next one. If you want to be the well-honed sword, which for legal reasons will never be drawn to the executioner that is my channel, consider joining on to my Patreon. There you can stand beside Electric Ant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsvar, Jennifer Rojas, Girly, Kite, Saltytron, Cardboard, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else. And luckily the only thing that we will be slaying is the everlasting boredom of not really knowing what to watch. And in this case, one odd more anime.